What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 178 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me, as always, is J-Mac Gaming.
I'm just letting you know right now, Chad. I've heard that intro 178 different times, and then add another 52 of them for all the fuck ups you've had. And, that shit doesn't get old. I'm still glad to hear it every day. Let's go.
Oh, wow.
Right.
How wholesome.
How wholesome. Let's go. 178, Chad. Thunder. We're like 4 episodes away from the pay per view.
Hell yeah, we are. Next week are the go-homes.
Next week are the go homes. Do you have any idea what you're going to do with them? It doesn't matter. Let's wait until the go homes to do it and worry about it. Let's get to the show.
All right. So the first pre-show match was one that J-Mac Gaming himself made, and I'll let you explain that.
Okay, there was 2 things.
Embarrassing wrestling.
Oh, this game is like the Vince Russo of the fucking booking simulators. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright, there was 2 things that I was thinking about when I was booking this match. Alright, there was 2 things. I was thinking of, how can I get Big Daddy V over? And 2, man, does Chad's roster on Thunder suck? That was what I was thinking. So I guess he's embarrassing wrestling. I think Big Daddy V is basically the Zack Sabre Jr. of 1999. And Barry Windham was Kota Ibushi's main influence when he was getting into wrestling. So it's kind of crazy how this got an embarrassing wrestling. But
yeah,
this is, that's crazy. That's how the game works, I guess. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
But it did better than Chad's opening match, so fuck it.
Yes. The match opens up Low D and Sick Boy taking on the team of Lanny Poffo and Mr. Captain Miller.
Yeah, you could tell when the match of the roster sucks when Barry Windham, Lanny Poffo, Mr. Captain Miller sneak into the pre-show.
Sick Boy pinned Lanny Poffo with a cure.
Sick boy.
Sick boy.
Let's up with the show, Chad.
So we start the show off. We are in a very physical tag team contest. Of course, Jericho and Lance Storm, they attacked Bobby Eaton Pancakes last week, and they're still mad about it because Bobby's still, he's still not there. So they had this tag team match, and about that decent wrestling, but not much heat. Jericho and Lance Storm defeat Juventud and Chef Psychosis when Jericho submits Juventud with a lion tamer. After that match, they do divide and conquer, and they actually take out Juventud. They hurt his legs, and he leaves. So
good riddance, Juventud.
Yes. So we go backstage. Ric Flair and Randy Savage. The announcer, the reporter keeps asking them, like, for a match that's said that could possibly steal the show at Spring Stampede. For these two of the arguably the best wrestlers in the world, how are they able to keep this professional and not, how are they able to keep this professional and not get be underhanded and fight dirty, as most wrestling feuds are? And Randy Savage goes, "Oh, I respect Ric Flair more than I respect a lot of people in this ring. Oh yeah, and there's no reason to tarnish this wrestling match. It's already gonna be the best match of the weekend in any wrestling show." Easily, and I think we're just going to go out there and let our in-ring talents do the talking. And Ric Flair agrees. He says, I got a lot of respect for this man right here. He says, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the Macho Man Randy Savage. It's gonna be a 5-star woo 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 5 woos match. But I am going to have a little bit of a challenge for you, Randy. He says, he said, I want to wrestle an opponent of your choice. You wrestle one of mine. And then we will see who can wrestle that match the fastest and the quickest and see who can win. Let's see if we're both good, but let's see if we're both good under pressure. And Randy Savage accepts the challenge. So they're both going to pick each other's opponent tonight, and they're going to wrestle and see who can beat their opponent the quickest.
Damn. An impromptu kind of like beat the clock challenge? Really?
A little bit, kind of.
A little bit. All right. We move on. This
was Chavo Guerrero challenged Dean Malenko to a match last week. So this week they're having that match. It was a decent wrestling match. Did not have much heat, but Dean Malenko defeats Big Papi Chavo in 10-13 with a super gut buster. So Dean Malenko continues his undefeated streak since returning to the cruiserweight division, and Chavo Guerrero taking a bit of a step back, perhaps.
I guess so, yeah. But Dean Malenko of 79, he's really oh, sorry for my burping. That's unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
Dean Malenko is really making a statement here on the cruiserweight division as of late. Another big dominant win over a former, cruiserweight champion, Big Papi Chavo.
Big Papi Chavo. Big Papi Chavo.
A cruiserweight classic finalist, yes?
Yes.
So, Dean Malenko making his name, but we move on to this match.
Yes, this in a decent match, Alex Wright defeats Ultimo Dragon in 8:47. The continued. He was a bit distracted by his dad randomly popping up in Thunder, but he's going to try to get back on track and continue to his run up. Try to climb back to the top of the card, and he goes one-on-one against Ultimo Dragon here, who also I think is trying to see if he can try to get his way back into maybe the top of the card or the title conversation. So.
Both men really just have been cooled off as of late. Alex Wright had the disastrous fortune. Wait, was Wright in Fortune? Yes?
Yeah, Alex Wright was the leader of Fortune.
Yeah, disastrous. Yeah. Ultimo Dragon's really been...
ever since he lost... he lost to Rising Sun against Randy Savage, and from there he's been kind of quiet.
But it's only been 3 weeks since Rising Sun, though, so... Yeah. Maybe we're looking too much into it, Chad.
Maybe. We are backstage. Chef Psychosis is pissed. He grabs the microphone and he says, "Chris, you took out Bobby. You took out Hoovy. You're not going to take me out. I've been proving that what I'm made of. Ever since I entered the Cruiserweight Classic, I was an underdog. Nobody thought I could do it. But these fans, these people have gotten behind me, and they've embraced me and accepted me. And I've got a lot to prove to them, to myself, and to you, and to the entire world. And that's why at Spring Stampede, it's personal. This isn't just a championship match. This is a championship match where I am fighting for mi familia. I am fighting for Bobby. I am fighting for Hoovy. And I am fighting for each and every one of those people who have ever chanted Chef Psychosis." He says, I need to win this. I need to prove that I can win this. Because right now, Jericho, you say I'm the underdog. You say I don't have what it takes. You said it was a fluke. You say that this is going to be the easiest match you've had since becoming the champion. Well, mark my words. I will beat you, Chris. And I will embarrass you. And I will be Cruiserweight Champion and WCW Universal Heavyweight Champion.
Chef Psychosis. The fans are rooting for the people's champion, Chef Psychosis. Can he do it at Spring Stampede 99? Psychosis, Jericho. Here we go. We move on to one of those first Beat the Clock challenge matches.
So the first match is Randy Savage versus Steven Regal. It was a good match. Randy Savage defeats Steven Regal in 14:28. Regal put up a really good fight here.
Yeah, it lasted almost 15 minutes with the United States champion. We gotta give Steven Regal some credit here. He gave the champion a fight for his life there.
He did. He held his own and held him to almost 15 minutes. So, yeah, Ric Flair has 15 minutes to defeat the opponent that Randy Savage has picked for him. We'll see who that is later on.
We move on to this little angle right here.
Dean Malenko is in the back. He's celebrating his win. And then he gets jumped by Chavo Guerrero, Christopher Daniels, and Homicide. They attack him. They're beating him up. They're like kicking him and jumping him. And then Chavo says, "This is our division. We are the stars of the Cruiserweight division. We are the backbone of Thunder. You need to go back to Horseman, go back to where you came from, and know your place. This is the Cruiserweight Championship division that Big Papi Chavo built." And he spits on him.
Spits on him?
Yes, and then he says, "Let's go, boys." And then Daniels and Homicide leave with him.
That's kind of fucked. But
it's disrespectful.
We move on
in today's economy. I mean, oh yes, in a decent match, AJ Styles defeats Ric Flair at 11:27 after a Styles Clash, after a distraction from Randy Savage.
Wow.
So here's what happens. It looks like Ric Flair's gonna get the win over AJ, and then all of a sudden Macho Man's music hits, and Ric Flair like looks around, and then Randy Savage comes out, and he just sits there at the ramp and just looks at Rick, and Rick's like, "Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And then Randy just goes and waves at him, and then Rick's like, "What?" And then AJ's able to then hit him in a Styles Clash from behind, pin him, and get the upset win over Ric Flair.
That's the big win AJ Styles needed, but
Ric Flair comes back too. AJ's freaking out. AJ's celebrating. He's like, "Oh my God, I beat Ric Flair!" He's like running around the ring. Ric Flair is pissed, and he just looks at Randy, and he's like yelling. He's like, "What were you doing? What the hell was that?" And Randy's just like putting his finger to his head, like, you gotta be smart. And then goes to the back.
I did not mean to advance to the next.
That's okay. And in a poor match, the Dudley Boys defeat the Nation when Bubba Ray pinned Ron Killings with a Dudley Death Drop. So,
well, I think it says poor match, but gets a 70. Interesting game. Interesting.
it is. So they beat Lodi and Sick Boy last week, and now they beat former Thunder Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, Booker T, or Stevie Ray come to Raw.
Chris Jericho is backstage, and the reporter's like, "Chris, we just heard what Chef Psychosis had to say to you, and what do you have? What do you say in response?" And Jericho looks at him and he laughs and he says, "That was a beautiful speech you gave, Chef, and I'm sure all these people are so touched by what you had to say, and I bet they're really rooting for you. I'm sure they're going, Chef Psychosis, Chef Psychosis." They sound like a bunch of stupid idiots to me. He says, "Listen, I am the Universal Champion. I am Chris Jericho. I am the future of WCW. Do you know how many people are calling my phone every single day asking me to make appearances on their show, their movies, their wrestling companies? Everybody wants Chris Jericho because I'm the best. How many people are calling you, Chef? People won't even call you to cater their birthday parties, let alone be the face of a company. I'll tell you what, you earned," and he uses air quotes, "earned. You earned a shot at my championship, and that's fine. I'll accept that, but I want an opportunity at yours. You talk a big game, Chef. You want to impress people? How about this? I'll put my title on the line at Spring Stampede. You put yours up. Winner, take all."
Wow, a champion versus champion match.
So that means both championships, the Cruiserweight Championship and the Universal Championship, will be on the line at Spring Stampede. Jericho versus Chef Psychosis.
Wow, Jericho could be double champ. Psychosis could be double champ. Who knows what's going to happen? Sorry about my phone going off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So Jeff and Matt are talking about, they're like, wow, the Dudleys have come to Thunder, and this tag team division, there's a lot of heavy hitters. There's the Dudley Boys, there's the Nation, Shark Boy and the Hurricane, even Low D and Sick Boy. We're constantly having to step our games up and really look around our corner. I feel like we're always someone's always coming for us, and we're excited to defend these Thunder tag team titles at Spring Stampede. And Shark Boy and the Hurricane show up. And the Hurricane says, "Stand back. At Spring Stampede, there's going to be quite the storm coming through. Sharknado. There's going to be a hurricane. There's going to be sharks. And we're going to be leaving with those tag team titles." And then Shark Boy grabs the microphone and he says, "You see, you two sons of bitches, you guys think you can get one up on Sharknado, but I'm gonna stomp a mud hole in you and walk it dry." And he said, "Let me take a drink of my clam juice." He says, "You two boys are gonna get your asses kicked by Sharknado, and that's the bottom line, cause Shark Boy said so. Shell, yeah."
Boo. Boo.
And that's that promo.
Boo. I hate that. And your main event, Chad.
And our main event, match number 2 of the best of 3 series, Ahmed versus Benoit. In a good match, Chris Benoit defeats Ahmed in 1656 with a dragon suplex. So that means on the Go Home show, we will have match number 3. The winner will face Bret Hart at Spring Stampede. And I'm just getting word from Sylvester Stallone, Justin, that match is going to be best 2 out of 3 falls.
Ooh, even though this technically already was a best 2 out of 3 falls.
That's right.
But we're getting another one.
It's a best of 5?
Yeah, do the math.
The best of 5.
Oh, man, we finished the show with that. A 77.
Yes.
Rough, but, Thunder is the B show.
It is. And I think, I'm okay. I will take a 77. So.
Yeah, you should be happy with anything, Chad.
That's a spirit.
That's been episode 178 of these Monday Night Wars. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button if you have not. Check us out on Twitch. Hit the follow button over there. We will be live streaming at some point. I don't know the exact date because I don't know how the episodes go up anymore. But we will be live streaming every pay-per-view from here on out. So that includes Backlash and Spring Stampede. Chad, any final thoughts?
No, guys. Just be kind to each other.
Yeah. Love each other.
Yeah.
Except for this guy right here.
Oh, fuck you.
The Butcher. And the Blade.